Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day today. I'm back. I want to talk a little more about certain things, and I just wanted to say that we have a new prime minister or president in, I think, Argentina, and the world is having changes, and there's things that are gonna happen. There are just things are gonna start developing. And a lot of you guys are worried about the future and how that's going to look like. I have my reservations when I speak about these things because everybody's listening, and a lot of people are aware, and they're looking for information, tidbits and things that they can figure out for themselves to make it harder for anyone to make progress. So I will say this: the new prime minister or the new president that we have now, I think he's going to do a great job. He's going to be good at what he does. It's not the same. I believe that he might have been in that Congress for some time, so his transition from congressman to president will be interesting because now he has the authority of a president. uh, I don't know the situation there, how the economy is in Argentina and everything, but you're going to just see great things come out of that president. The new president, the president has been chosen for his duty and his roles, and it's just gonna start steamrolling and going right along with all the things that we care for and things that we hope for our whole planet, and it just doesn't have to be here in the states. Another thing I wanted to say is to um, somebody that I see on the ship, uh, Lely. Lely knows who she is. I've been holding back on all this, but Lely, you go to the ship and you go to the library, and the moment you go to the library, you're looking for a book. I know the book that you're looking for because I've read that book, and I could read that book if I wanted to. The book is in the Akash, and it's hidden from you, so you won't find it. And I know you like having fun with those kind of things. You're a great soul. You got that shamanic energy about you. I remember when I first felt your shamanic energy. It felt like a cone at the base of my spine, going up on either end. If you can imagine that in my body, right? And it's either end like that, and this energy was pulling away, and it was just who you thought of and who you were thinking about when that came across. And a lot of people can do that in a way. Um, you can pray, and when you pray, you can ask, well, who's an authority figure here in the solar system or in this planet or anything like that, Lely. So that anyone can do that, and lots of people have figured out certain things like that. But it's prayer. It's your belief in who you are. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're not religious, so that doesn't apply to you. I know people that they say, well, I don't go to church and I don't believe in God, so I can't possibly have, the Holy Spirit, or I can't possibly, um, enjoy the how good it feels to give to charity or anything like that, right? And a lot of truths are mixed in with religious aspects, so you can believe in it because it's so very true. The idea of a Holy Spirit, the idea of guiding angels, the idea of the afterlife, of how these prophets and people would see beams of ray of light and speak to angels. It doesn't mean just because it happened 2,000 years ago or whenever it happened that it just can't happen again. And to those that have or have had these experiences, these people are keeping it to themselves. I have lots of stories and things that I want to just trickle down to you. Um, that's just the beginning. That's just a start. There is some galactic news regarding the Anunnaki, which is why do I know this, right? Because they have scribes, they have people that they talk to on a day to day basis. If I'm gonna do anything, if I were a god, right? If I were a god and I was ever going to do anything, you want to let someone know. You let someone know what you're doing, right? You're going to put in scriptures or do your own diary that's going to be put in the Bible or whatever. The people know that this is happening and you're doing these things. You know, like you would know that your neighbor's welds and he's, excuse me, capable of building things out of metal or is handy with woodwork. You know, things like that. Information about people that you know. So they just have scribes and people that they communicate through so that you can get information. And it's not necessarily that I know everything or I only just know what I'm being told through them because it's a process of just believing and learning how to believe, right? There is a story about a religious sect on this planet that I will always keep in mind. It's going to be a little difficult to put into words because I don't want to offend any religious belief in its own within its own right, okay? And it'll be hard to articulate because it kind of involves a lot of thinking, that's something that not everybody's ready to step outside of the box and think about the experience and the occurrence that I had with this other person, which is very profound, very interesting, right? So that's that. So Lely, there you go. I've been kind of hanging on to that. I wanted to mention that to you. Um, then there's the president. You know, God bless that president, so that we can move forward with his authority and get Central America ready to move forward with the progress because it's not just the United States, it's a planetary thing, right? So just give him time, let him sort himself out in that way. What I can say, which is kind of what I thought of, the main subject of this video was what I was thinking about, which I'm leaving for last for whatever reason, is that the prime minister of Vienna is going to find a situation this summer where they're going to catch someone that's been taking kids or teenagers or young adults into a forest and has kept these people there, feeding them in cages. And he's in the forest somewhere in Vienna. Uh, what else can I figure out about this guy? I see him standing in front of a brick building, and he's in front of a bank. It's a bank. He kind of patrols the bank, or he's a guard at the bank. So he has some kind of authority where he wears a uniform. He's in charge of a few things. Uh, that is what I know. But if you can, you know, you'd be hard pressed to find out more about this person. But if you dig a little deeper, it's not like he's gonna tell you. But he's in the past kept people locked up and feeding them like an animal in a cage, uh, in a forest somewhere. It's not something you go out to tell people, but I know this about this man. So maybe he or the authorities there can locate this person and then, you know, find out at some point, you know, why is he doing this? It's doesn't he doesn't seem to be hurting anybody. Seems like he just does this. He hangs on, you know. and he lets them go. So he has mental problems. He has issues he needs to resolve. Not that he isn't gonna go to jail, but he needs help, right? Because he's harmless, but it's not right to take another human being and put him away for a while or feed him or something, you know. Um, yeah, he'll get caught, you know, or someone will escape and they'll talk about it. Uh, but I feel that the prime minister of Vienna or wherever country that's in Austria or something, they'll get wind of this and I think that's this man will know about that. Um, Austria, Vienna, that sort of area there. The town, it's a small town with a bank. It's very very local. He can kind of get away with these things. Um, Easily just go from one town to the next 10, 20 minutes. Uh, I don't think it's been going on for more than, I want to say maybe it'll just start or it'll be very brief for him, but it's just a knack or something. Well, in any case, I'd like to leave you guys well. I hope that the video has been informative and I've explained and told you what you need to hear this time about the things that are going on and what's important. So, yeah, that story with the one where you have to kind of think outside the box to piece it together is just going to be too difficult to believe. So I leave you with that, guys. I wish you the best, and I hope you guys have a great day. And thanks for watching my videos.